So the syntax to define a function is to have the keyword def in between, at the start, and the name of your function, uh, arguments if you want to pass any, and return types if you want to return any. So that would be the basic syntax for that. So I'm just defining foo function and I want to return 1 by 10. So my question is, will it throw an error uh, if I just try to run this code because it has division by 0 problem? I would say no, because I just defined it. I haven't used our, oh, okay, maybe this will break because I called it once. Uh, let's see. If I haven't called it, it's not a big deal. Since I called it, this will throw a division by 0 error. If I didn't call it and it just defined it like this, it won't throw any error. So just to keep that in mind, what happens when the code is executed? So basically I'm passing the value 31. It will pass to, okay, this might cause some problem because the definition is after function call. So function call is ahead of function definition. So Python is not like other programming languages, I believe. I might think this might not work. Uh, so because of the fact that we have function call ahead and function definition later, so Python will be interpret in an incremental fashion, not like it will interpret everything then it will start executing. So let's just see that how that goes. No, yeah, like I said, this won't work, but this will work if I just call it in later point of time. Like I said, yeah, this runs, but the previous one doesn't work. Yeah, like I said, that's the fact. This is a pretty lame example. Okay, this is another example return. So I'm just we haven't seen how to return things, and there is a, like I said, there is a different way of returning things in Python. I can return two variables in Python with comma separation. So here I am just defining a function which wants to return the last name and first name in this format. So you can pass the first name and last name and you can just get this Smith and John in a single call. So, and you can also print them separately. That's another feature. So yeah, uh, this is something you
We
might
can use
see if
different
you are trying
data
to
types also, right? To returning or same data type.
see. There
We should return.
we have been using things like this to call two different values in a single statement, single line of code. Yeah, you can do that. Let me just try this. Why not just give it a try? Yep, it returns one and stuff. It can. Yeah, like I said, you can always play with Python if you have any doubts. So just keep few things in mind. Like one time I tried to define print to a different value. So don't do something like that. Just keep that in mind what you can and you can do. Okay. Okay, so this is basically just the tips for a good programmer. Your code should be readable. You have to define values that make sense. We all aware of that. So function should take input, return output. It only side effect should be perhaps printing. Okay, side effects is a pretty good uh, term to describe. So when you are defining a function, let's say you are using a global variable. Global variable is always bad. The point that the author is trying to refer to, if you're using a global variable in a particular statement, and if you're calling within a function, so what that does is it won't replace the global variable, rather it treats the same global variable inside the function differently, and it won't change the value that is outside the function. So in simple terms, don't use global variables and try to use the same thing within and outside the function, so it will mess up the code. So we might see an example. I'm not sure whether I kept it here. So it's a back, yeah, this is both are the examples, I guess. So I'm defining x equals 1 and I'm trying to return x plus y, and I haven't defined x inside. So x and y is defined inside the function, but I also defined it outside. So let's see what example does this bring, and we will see how it works. So the x is not local, it is global. I'm using the global parameter uh, of x and y, and it will return the value of 3. So let's see. Yeah, so I'm using x inside the function as well, and I'm redefining x as 100. So what do you think that this one will print? Let's give it a try. So okay, this is the complete program. So I have x initiated to 1, y initiated to 2, and I'm defining addition operation, and I have renamed x and the value of 100. So my understanding is that x here will be 100 plus y, which is taken from the global output, global input, which is 2, and it will be like 102 for this one, if I'm not wrong. And x will be taken from here, which is 1, and y will be taken from here, which is 2. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's 102 because x is assigned locally within this function, which is take that 100 instead of this one. It is 102, and the 1 for x here, this is not inside the function, it is outside, so it will take this x, and for y it's nothing is there to block the value of x, so it's just 2. So yeah, in short terms, don't use global variables. But yeah, if you want to, if for some reason if you have a reason to use the value of x, I mean you have the reason to assign value of x both inside and outside the function. If you want to use the x globally, you can define global of x. So if you define global, let me show you what the keyword is, but don't do that. If you define global x, this value will be taken from here and it will be printed as 3 like before. So this is the workaround, but it is for the worst case scenario if you have something to do for sure. Global variance only. Well, this is a statement from my professor, so I just kept it there. So yeah, like I said, this is the way to access the global variable and you can manipulate it. So that is one good way to do it, but don't do it. Okay, so it just author wants to make sure that you are aware of global, but you shouldn't be using it. That would be end of chapter 8.